Assalamualaikum. Today I would like to present about Petronas. For your information, Petronas or Petroleum Nasional Berhad is Malaysian state-owned oil and gas company. Established in 1974, it's managed and develops the country oil and gas resources and is today one of the world's leading energy companies. Then Petronas operate through a vertically integrated value chain covering upstream exploration and production, gas and LNG operations, and downstream refining and petrochemical activities. And in addition, the company has a strong global presence, operating in more than 100 countries and partnering with major international energy companies. And then, as the largest corporate contributor to Malaysia governments, Petronas plays the vital role in supporting national development. And lastly, Petronas is focusing on sustainability and the energy transition with a target of achieving net zero carbon emission by 2050 through initiatives such as Gantry. Next, I will present about risk management governance. Firstly, board level side. For the evidence, the board of directors carries the ultimate responsibility for ensuring a sound system of internal control and a strong risk management practice, and hence the highest level of accountability is with them. For example, risk commit or RC. And for secondly, enterprise risk management or ERM framework. For example, Petronas follow the organized and comprehensive ERM framework to find out, assess, manage, monitor, and report on the risk without distinction. For example, Petronas risk policy, Petronas resiliency model, ERM or enterprise risk management, crisis management, business continuity, management risk appetite. And for thirdly, compliance and operational integrity, such as governments at Petronas is primarily focused on the compliance, which is a way to counteract legal and reputational risk. This is particularly true because of the company's big global footprint. For example, Code of Conduct and Business Ethics or COBE, and then Anti-Bribery and Corruption or ABC Manual, and for lastly is Digital Compliance.
So this is risk management framework for Petronas. Petronas operates in a high-risk global energy environment. Key risks include operational, financial, strategic, environmental, and reputational. So Petronas integrated report in 2022 highlights that structured approach using have three: enterprise risk management (ERM), crisis management (CM), and BCM, business continuity management. So this is Petronas COSO ERM framework. So Petronas use COSO enterprise risk management, COSO ARM framework. Reason for Petronas use this framework because it is comprehensive and strategic approach. Strong governance focus aligned with Petronas existing practice. It also support risk policy and risk appetite, corporate risk profiling, organizational resilience, ERM, CM, and BCM. So next is overview of COSO ERM framework. So integrates risk management into governance and culture, strategic and objective setting, performance management, review and revision, information, communication, and reporting. So the key benefit is risk managed holistically, not in isolation, continuous risk management process, strong alignment between risk and business objective, suitable for large and complex organization like Petronas. So alignment of COSO ERM with Petronas practice. First is governance and culture, clear risk oversight and at board, corporate and unit levels, strong risk-aware culture, and risk management is everyone's responsibility. Second one is strategy and objective setting. Define risk appetite across key risk area. Risk consideration integrated into strategic decision. Next is performance. Structure ERM process like identify, analyze, and evaluate risk. Corporate risk profiling and KRIs. Regular reporting to top management and board. So the next one is review and revision. Crisis management and BCM in place. Regular testing, monitoring, and continuous improvement. Last one is information, communication, and reporting. Quarterly risk reporting to governance bodies. And the last one is alignment with TCFD, ESG, and sustainability disclosure.
For this part, I will explain the risk architecture in Petronas. Risk architecture means the structure and system that help a company manage risk properly. It's help Petronas make sure the risk role, reporting lines, and risk escalation are clear from operation up to the board of directors. In Petronas, the risk architecture is based on the Petronas resiliency model. Petronas use a multi-level risk structure. At the enterprise level, risks are monitored by the board of directors, the risk management committee, and group risk management. At the business level, divisional risk team manage risk for each business segment, such as upstream and downstream. At the operational level, risk owner manage day-to-day risks, including safety and operational risks. Lastly, internal audit provide independent assurance to check whether risk control are effective. This slide shows the risk organizational structure of Petronas. At the top, the board of directors has the highest responsibility for risk oversight. Below the board, the risk management committee reviews major risks. Group risk management coordinates risk management across the whole organization. Divisional risk team and operational risk owner manage risk at the business and operational level. At the same time, internal audit acts as an independent party to review risk control. Petronas use a tiered risk register system. Risks are first identified at the operational level and recorded in the operational risk register. Then they are escalated to the divisional and enterprise risk register. Risk communication works in two ways, which is bottom-up reporting and top-down instruction. This risk architecture is integrated to key business processes such as strategic planning, major projects, safety management, crisis management, and business continuity. Overall, this structure helps Petronas manage risk in a clear and systematic way.
Next, I will be presenting Section E, which is the protocol risk of Petronas. In general, the risk protocol refers to the structure, procedures, and guidelines used by Petronas to identify, assess, report, monitor, and review risks. that may affect the achievement of the company's strategic and operational objectives. Firstly, the main purpose of the risk protocol is to ensure that risks are managed in a systematic, consistent, and disciplined manner, in line with Petronas' defined risk appetite. This protocol not only focuses on protecting the organization from potential losses, but also support value creation, business continuity, and long-term sustainability. Next, in terms of the risk reporting flow, the process begins at the operational or project level, where risks are identified during daily activities. These risks are then assessed based on their likelihood and impact to determine their severity. The assessed risks are reviewed by the Business Unit Risk Committee, and any material risks are escalated to Corporate Risk Management for inclusion in the Corporate Risk Profile. Key risks are then reported to the Risk Management Committee, RMC, and Executive Leadership Team, ELT, for management decisions. Finally, significant risks are presented to the Board of Directors for strategic oversight and alignment with Petronas' risk appetite. In addition, Petronas uses a risk register as a key risk management tool. The risk register provides a structured record of identified risks, including their likelihood and impact ratings, anxieties control, mitigation actions, and assign risk owners. This enables the company to prioritize risks and ensure continuous monitoring. In conclusions, the risk protocol at Petronas ensures that risks are identified from the operational level and systematically escalated to top management at the board, with clear reporting structures, structured risk and assessment, and continuous monitoring. Petronas is able to strengthen its organizational resilience and effectively manage uncertainties in a complex global business environment.
Petronas applies a structured risk assessment approach based on the Petronas risk policy and resiliency models. This approach integrates enterprise risk management, crisis management, and business continuity management. The company classifies risk into strategic, economic, operational, environmental, and climate, cyber, legal, financial, and reputation risks. Based on these risk categories, Petronas has identified 10 key risks. These include volatility in global oil and gas prices, climate-related physical and transactional risks, operational safety and environment incident, cybersecurity breaches, supply chain disruption, regulatory non-compliance, financial risks from hedging and price assumption, and reputational risks. For risk response, Petronas recommend appropriate action for all 10 identified risks. These include hedging strategy to manage price volatility, strengthening asset resilience for climate risk, energy transition initiative, enhanced safety and environment management system, strong cybersecurity protection, supply chain diversification, regulatory compliance program, financial monitoring, and active stakeholder engagement to manage reputational risks.